Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube. Hey, it's Pacitti. How you doing?
Hey, all right. How are you?
I'm great. Yourself?
Good. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. We're getting all of our SummerSlam content ready to go, and there's just a lot to do in the battle against Wrestle Talk, which you're not a part of for some reason.
I am.
He is. He aligned with those arseholes last week.
Whoa! I didn't hear
I don't
this.
recall
Luke Owen was
saying
like,
that.
Luke Owen said video games, and you went ping.
That's exactly right. How dare you over-exaggerate? Yes, Luke Owens has said he's going to sort you out, and then I was not included because I'm not included in most things. I think the new boy, Fraser Porter, is above me in the pecking
You've done
order.
it. You've done it. He was saying this afternoon, everyone in the comments calls me Fraser, like him off the telly, and you just did it there.
It's Fraser.
It's Fraser.
Fraser, like Fraser Ramon.
Sorry, who's hiring him? His name is Fraser.
He's a work experience boy.
His name
been
is
cleaning
Fraser, then.
The poo out the bowl. The poo out the bowl? What am I on about? He pretended he's been cleaning toilets.
Right,
I didn't
working-
pretend at all. We found out he's a writer for
What am I
Wrestle
about?
Talk after bringing them in.
Yeah, he's
had to-
double-crossed us.
he's had
Like
to-
you, in a way.
He's had to pay
Siding
his
with
dues.
Luke Owen. He doesn't even have any hair.
Did you say
hardly.
Jews?
Dues.
Swear you said it sweated so
I
much.
know.
like
I have to really pay his dues. Because if I say pay his dues,
That's even...
pay his dues. He's been paying his dues for the sins he has sinned, as in writing for
Beautiful.
Wrestle Talk.
Yes.
I'm going to get him to do some real degrading stuff. I'm going to put him in the bins tomorrow.
We can watch Wrestle Talk.
Oh!
Yes.
Yeah!
See, I'm with it. I'm on the winning side, so, you know,
Yeah, you are.
Cultaholic for the time being, but
We'll see.
to be confirmed.
No, we will.
Oh, I can win. I'm
I'm
quite confident.
I'm like Tess during the invasion. To rip my shirt off.
No!
But yeah, and how you doing, Ross?
World class. I don't know where. Yep,
Like Terry Von Erich.
I'm all right. Yes,
How are you?
Sweaty.
Sweaty? Why
Yes.
sweaty?
it's the best way to be.
You're really high up, I've just realised, because I adjusted your chair.
It's the
and
same
you're
every,
like-
it's the same every week.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're like a foot above us.
Well, when Ross was sat here, it really was like, yeah, all right.
I guess he was on a ladder, right?
Yeah.
So when people meet me, they're like, you know, I'm probably the same size now as I stand up.
How
Actually.
tall are you? I can never tell how tall people are, because I'm a very tall
I
man.
think 5'6".
Oh, that's really small, isn't it?
You're bigger than 5'6".
But I don't mind being 5'6" because it's the only thing I've known. What weirded me out was meeting a lot of wrestlers that I've seen on the TV and be like, oh, okay. it just really freaked me out. Like I'm like looking over Austin Aries going, I'm never gonna be able to watch this show ever
Austin
again.
Aries 5'3".
I don't think that doesn't mean anything when I'm watching the show. It's like, yeah, whatever, no context. You seem like, no.
Sam was doing something. I can't remember what it was quite recently. It might have been like a thing with Jen or This Week in Wrestling or something. And he was saying like, well, actually, Austin Aries is a lot bigger than you think he is. He's probably about 6'1". So, no, he's not. What are you on about?
That's just some classic Sam talking bollocks off the top of his head.
What you meant?
Austin Aries was close up. Austin Aries was far away.
What's in the news this week? What's there been?
We have some big breaking news today. Renee Young will commentate the entirety of Raw on Monday in place of Jonathan Coachman.
Good.
Wow.
I hope she
Because
sticks
Jonathan
around.
Coachman has other fulfillments or something, which hopefully means he is sacked.
So is this the first
Someone
time,
listen to him.
This is the first time a woman has commentated Raw ever?
I think so, yes. Well, obviously they had like Sonny for guest matches and stuff
Yeah.
back in the day. I can't
She would do
remember.
best ring announcing. I'm not sure if she did any commentating, but I try and think of someone from start to finish.
Yeah, no one's ever done a full episode.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Not that I
And
can think of.
she's terrific as well. I hope she stays.
Yeah.
Genuinely, really do.
Absolutely.
It's great. Paul Heyman's tweet like, the product's about to get immeasurably improved by Renee jumping on.
Imagine being Coachman reading that.
Justin Henry did a good tweet. It's like, my word for the hour is depressed or something. Dejected. After reading Heyman's tweet. So I read it young.
I
Good
can't
on
wait
her.
for Coach Woman. Awesome. I mean, it's a shame we got all hyped up and she's having to do the Raw commentator role of being like, wow, get ready. You know, in 14 days' time, not 2 weeks, you know, a championship opportunity. And we're like, oh, we hate Renee now. But it's like how Matt Striker was great until he went to Raw and suddenly it's like,
He was told to be an idiot.
yeah, basically,
Was he?
get all the sound bites in, get all the sound bites in.
But he used to
Don't
drop,
think.
He used to drop all the references, did he? That proved he was a proper wrestling historian, and then he was told to dumb it down and
Yeah.
get stuff wrong. And
He said stuff like, wow, shades of the jumping bomb angels. And this is pre-network. So I was like, what were you talking about? So maybe he had a point, you know.
yeah.
What other news is there?
Jericho might be heading to Impact. Dave Meltzer has said that it's very likely that he's going to be going to Impact.
Now, did Dave Meltzer actually say that, or did somebody...
It's written down in the Observer this week.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Log on.
Typed out, yeah.
Do you have an Observer subscription?
No, I do not.
Do you not? You just get all your stuff
No,
from
I try to avoid
cultaholic.com.
wrestling.
Do you?
Between
No, you
watching
don't.
Raw, SmackDown, NXT, doing this, Wrestle Talk.
Who?
What else do I do? When I go to Manchester.
What do you do for Wrestle Talk? Sorry to derail slightly.
Clearly very
What do you
popular.
do? No,
I just do
top
type watches of the week. It's just...
on the website.
gifts.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's very strenuous, hard-hitting. Hard copy you're thinking of signing me.
What are your thoughts on Jericho maybe heading to Impact?
Gonna sneeze.
Wow. I mean, if right now Impact's completely different than what it used to be from the previous bad era of post Hogan, post Dixie Carter. That what's the name of a company we don't know. Hernandez, we've done 5 weeks of pre-taping. That's the whole thing. Now it's on the really good period. That would really solidify it.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone bigger on the indie scene that would attract the same sort of audience as Chris Jericho. I mean, they're a huge guy. You could talk about New Japan guys, Kenny Omega and stuff like that. But as far as a casual audience who would maybe used to watch WWE, who might be able to tune into Impact very easily, I think Jericho's would just be a huge get for them.
If they have the money for it.
Yeah, right.
I mean...
He drives a hard bargain, does Jericho. He called himself the Brock Lesnar in New Japan recently, I saw.
Wow.
He what?
He called himself the Brock Lesnar of New Japan.
Oh, I thought you said he called up Brock Lesnar.
Of New Japan.
Yeah, they got one. Thank you for clarifying. After he paid the dues, then he got Brock Lesnar to New Japan.
Paid his dues. I'll say it like that from now on.
Do love. Yeah.
Paid his dues.
Again.
Yeah, when I say
Yeah.
it quickly in full pace, it doesn't work.
Pay his dues.
Pay his
Dues. Yeah, it's hard, isn't
Pay
it?
his dues. Fraser Porter,
love,
or Fraser Porter, will be paying his dues in the form of cleaning our bins tomorrow.
Yep. And he's not an anti-Semite. Very important to point out. None of us are here at Cultaholic.
No one thought you were until you said we're not.
I promise.
Other news, Matt Hardy
I'm a bit.
is on the way out, it looks like. Not,
I don't think he is.
not
I
in
think
terms
he's-
of life, but in terms of a wrestling career.
Matt Hardy is dying, ladies and gentlemen.
In terms of a wrestling career, he's revealed his spine and his pelvis are fusing together
Oh,
due to,
I
all the
didn't
leg,
know.
due to all the leg drops and stuff. Well, and he's obviously putting all these lengthy threads on Twitter of his career and all the nice pictures and whatnot.
See, this is what I had seen. I hadn't heard about the pelvis.
Oh, he
and spine
tweeted about
stuff.
the pelvis and the spine, yeah. And then
I didn't
today he was
notice
like, don't look at the next chapter as being a negative with a picture of his house.
Oh,
It'll be a positive. Watch King Maxwell grow up in his hoose.
good on him.
I mean, I think it's the thing that happens with people who do leg drops off the top. It's
Yeah.
like people who do moonsaults always have to retire due to knee injuries and stuff. So I'm gutted for him. Had a hell of a career though.
Yeah.
So he should have died several times going up the
He shouldn't
ladders.
even have got there in the first place with those legs he's got. What's it called? Where he's got his knees go out?
Rickets? Is that rickets?
That's what I was going to say.
The plague.
So man had scabies. He's done a hell of it.
He's got those funny knees, I think, that go out instead of like bending just straight forward.
Is that a
and back.
medical term?
Funny knees. He's got funny knees.
Yeah, no,
They call
I'm
it funny knee
gutted.
syndrome, but let me tell you, there's nothing funny about it. I'm Matt Hardy. Get checked for rickets.
I think it's another one that we'll look back on with just the hype that surrounded Broken Matt. And obviously I know because of legal reasons he couldn't do it straight away, but it does still feel like they dropped the ball with him. And
But the laugh's really funny when you do it like 7 weeks in a row.
That's it, isn't it? Completely killed
Yeah,
it.
right.
Which is why I thought, and I hadn't seen any of the spinal stuff or any of the medical stuff, which is why I thought when I saw him doing this, he was just being Matt Hardy, working social media and trying to get people invested in him again because WWE have done such a poor job.
I mean, he
of
might be
so.
doing that.
I hope so.
Just getting everyone to get the little violins out and play,
Yeah.
play a little tune.
He's a master of working people. He really is.
Although-
I'm absolutely. So, I mean, this could all be a thing.
Officially, we should take him for his word and say, you know, his spine and his pelvis are fusing together and it's a horrible
Boy
shame.
who cried wolf.
I mean, it's a shame that, like, what you say is spine and pelvis are fusing together. And I'm just like, wow, like some sort of mega pelvis. Yeah, like, no, idiot. And
Lucky bastard.
yeah, and it was like, it's just glowing as like mid-war. It's like, whoa, what's happening? Oh, it's happening.
His new finishing move is just a thrust. Super pelvis to the head. Michael Colby shouted, Super pelvis! Super pelvis! Have a great time. But no, it's a
So
shame.
congratulations to Matt Hardy and his new
His
super
next evolution.
I guess that segues us on to another bit of news.
Oh.
John Cena's going to debut a new finisher in China next month.
I saw this, the 6th move.
Anything to take the eyes off All In, I think it is, because it takes place on September the 1st.
What's he going to do? Has he revealed?
It's influenced by Chinese culture and Chinese trainings and stuff like that, and he's going to take place in China on the same day as All In. So I just think it's to try to do a horrible attempt at taking eyes away from All In.
Oh, well, I'm going to go to China then on that day. Be the man, shooting starburst off the top. Be the man. What else could he do? Be the man. Can't think of any moves. Well, hopefully it's not a leg drop.
I think you'll get a shovel out.
Ha ha ha. Pay the dues.
That's what.
That's it. Wait, that's what he's
Dues.
selling. He's coming back to China and he's got a new move. It's going to be Chinese.
He's been doing some Chinese training, whatever that means. There was a video on WWE's YouTube channel where he's done an interview, and it's influenced by Chinese culture, and he's proud to represent Chinese culture with this move, and I don't know.
And he's going to continue doing it after he leaves China, or is this a one-off?
I don't know.
Because if he doesn't continue doing it, it's not a new finisher, he's just doing a move.
Words out of his mouth. He is the horse in this situation.
Instead of an Irish whip, it's a Chinese whip. It's just as well coached. It's not going to be commentating at the event. It'll be like, influenced by famous Chinese wrestlers like Kenta Kobashi and the Great Muta.
What else has happened? There's been other stuff, hasn't there? Hogan was backstage at SmackDown again. Who cares?
Okay.
Caitlyn was backstage at...
Brother could have 10 pence to the bus, brother. Caitlyn, yeah, apparently. Million Classic is
Million
apparently
Classic
happening.
was last
Or
night,
would have
yeah.
happened yesterday by the time this comes out. So,
Right.
no spoilers, I guess.
No,
Um,
that's about it. Isn't it?
apparently, Alistair Black.
Oh yeah,
Injured
Black's
as
injured,
well.
isn't he?
Another one.
They wrote him off last night.
Yeah.
They taped something with Regal. He was found in the Full Sail parking lot, having been attacked, and then Regal made one of those dodgy video phone camera videos. What am I on about? Yeah, he did one of those and basically wrote him off. So it's probably just going to be a one-on-one match, which I think is a bit of a shame because I'm not saying at all that I'm fed up of Gargano Ciampa at this point, because obviously the matches have been absolutely fantastic. But I do think that Black and the whole storyline was great, and he added a new, it's more interesting with him. So it's a shame. I don't know. They might make it a triple threat. They had Keith Lee go and dominate yesterday. Keith Lee made his debut against Axel Tino Jr. Bastard.
He still got to look all right. He got to shout 9 a lot, which
Yeah.
I imagine have a lot of like 9 t-shirts or whatever, because we still have
Oh, I can't wait for the feud with Ty Dillinger. Be great one on SmackDown. He says 10, he says 9. Moose!
I think it's funny thinking Ty Dillinger would have time to have a match on TV. Oh,
It's
Ross.
just our true side.
Yeah, he just hangs around with Truth now. In the,
like a lost child and a
Yeah.
Truth was
Child
really funny.
Yeah,
I
just want to make
guess-
sure it doesn't get lost.
We'll get onto it later.
Truth was great.
But yeah.
More news though, which is a bit saucy. Apparently, Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks said no to Kenny Omega versus Rey Mysterio All In.
Why?
What?
What?
I don't
Any
know
reason
how I can
why,
say
or
that any
is
differently. No,
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, they've nixed the match.
Oh, tell me more. Oh, that's it. Right, okay.
that's it.
And there's now
Alright.
a six-man tag, right?
Raising a 6-man, yeah, and Kenny's still not got a match. He's going to wrestle CM Punk, isn't he?
That's it. Get the hype.
I thought he was injured. Hasn't he got like a broken...
What, CM Punk?
No, like an ankle thing or something.
Who?
No, he's got something wrong with his foot. Omega.
Well, he's got my Hardy syndrome.
Poorly. Yeah.
He's got funny foot. He'll win with super foot when he next has a match. And Michael Cole will scream it anyway because he likes to scream things.
He does.
But that's it for the news, I think.
Bye.
I hope so.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Oh!
Hall
Come
of
on!
Fame must be
Yeah.
strong as a raging for Hall
of
of Fame. It's the Hall of Fame. How does the voice go on the Hall of Fame?
Shania Twain.
How does it go?
Shania
Oh, Hall of Fame.
No, that's the mailbag.
Oh, that's the mailbag,
It's
isn't it?
all
How does-
saucy with the mail. It's time for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
it's a very
I
regal-
don't watch this, but don't watch it back me, so I don't know how it goes.
No.
Yeah.
'Cause you know what happens in the end, don't you?
I edit it. I should know that. I listen to it every week.
Yeah, you're the guy who actually puts
Oh,
this together.
no. It's the Raw and SmackDown recap.
That's
It's like
not this
that.
bit, though.
No, I know that. No, I'm just going. I'm going through them all.
Behind the scenes of
Welcome to the no. Oh, anyway, go on.
Alan's
Last
sex
week's
cauldron.
Hall of Fame, the nominations were Thick Daddies with 2 C's. That's the thick with 2 C's, not daddies. Volta, What's your gardener?
Just the content has very quickly changed. Now that we've sort of
no.
discovered these dirty people on Twitter, it's just become about eating ass, thick daddies.
That's relatable content.
No, I get it. No, we need to do more of it.
We're trying to appeal to the younger viewers.
Right.
So I heard the punishment.
Eating ass. Wait a minute. Have you not heard? Did I miss an episode?
Have you not heard the punishment for Hell in a Cell?
Am I eating your ass?
Yeah,
Eating
loser's got to eat
ass.
the winner's ass.
We'll go out to the streets, find a daddy.
We need the monetization. We've lost
diddler.
enough with Penny.
Oh,
We
Penny.
need the cash.
God bless Penny. Anyway, it was Volta, Rampage Brown, and myself.
You, obviously.
And
I can't imagine who's won
Oh,
this one,
who could have
Ross.
won? Who?
he's there in the bottom corner like a tattoo on Kevin Owens' arm
What? Oh, there he is.
with my Jaffro.
Oh, Lord.
You put the thing through your head, you can't even see it.
That's for the best.
Jaffro.
That's a lovely picture of you. You don't look well there.
Now drunk.
Okay. Very red.
Drunk on jaundice.
Very, very
Just
red.
back from holiday and drunk. I'm
After
wearing a
throwing a mattress off a
pink shit. No, that was the year after.
different one. Different
Yeah,
time.
get it
what,
right.
What hooliganism did you commit on that holiday?
No, I didn't.
Oh, fair play.
Just got a nice time.
Good. What you got, Maffew?
Mine
Yeah.
is typically nerdy and stupid. I couldn't think of someone else, sorry. Cody Rhodes today tweeted about, apparently, because Dusty, his dad, wouldn't allow him to play Street Fighter for the SNES after night. We're supposed to be sleeping. He took him to see Street Fighter the movie, starring Raul Julia. The knowledge that Dusty Rhodes did see Street Fighter the movie, overwhelms me with joy.
So what's your nomination?
The fact that
story.
Dusty Rhodes has seen
The
Street
fact
Fighter the movie.
your nomination is the fact that
Is
Dusty
that too
Rhodes has
nerdy?
seen. No, it's fine. But
one of my see, this is one of my favorite films. Unironically, I've seen it legit triple figures without exaggeration.
What, Street Fighter?
The movie, yes.
I've never seen it.
I can tell that. That's
Is
why
Ed
you're looking
Bison
at me
in it?
like I've said something horrible
No,
on a
no,
show
no, my
where we talk
brother
about
used to love
eating
it.
ass, daddies and diddlers. Street Fighter the movie, Sunday Forbidden Term.
God,
Kayfabe, kayfabe.
Okay, talk me through the Street Fighter movie. What happens?
doesn't
maybe not.
happen.
Maybe not.
Oh,
Dusty
okay.
Rhodes saw it. You
Yes.
know, I'm the one who has to type these out on Patreon and put them in the little poll thing, and it's always so
Dusty
difficult
Rhodes.
with yours because the tick box needs to say the fact that Dusty Rhodes has seen Street Fighter (open brackets) the movie.
You're gonna love my nomination then.
Oh,
Mine is, in quotation marks, the painting that keeps appearing on Raw and SmackDown every week, no matter where they go in the world.
They're trolling you at this point. I genuinely.
I'd
think
love
this
to
is-
know. There's a story behind it. A lot of people seem to think it's something that Vince McMahon might have painted, and they're just throwing it in there, just a little.
Can he paint?
What can't he do?
Yeah, true.
If Vince McMahon came up to you and said, "We think it's Peyton," it's like, oh my God, Vince!
It's not
the
exactly a
best
good
painting."
painting. Like it's very abstract. You have to squint. It sort of looks like a horizon, I guess.
What is it? It's a boat on a
It's all shady and
watercolor.
It's-
Yeah, I've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
it in the thumbnail.
It's not like an actual drawing of a person or something, which would be hilarious. Like one dog's looking that way, one dog's looking the other way. So you guys like, hey, what do you want from me? Sorry.
So yeah, there's a story behind it. We'll find out someday, no doubt. But until we do, I hope it appears every week from now on. It's on a streak of 4 shows now.
I'm very impressed you spotted it.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, what a great performance by Paul Heyman. This is so amazing. There's a pain behind him.
It's 4 shows in a row now. Can't go away.
Mine's a bit more specific. I almost just thought this is now the time to put Heyman in after the best performance on a TV program.
What do you
ever.
mean?
But
You
I'm
should be
gonna-
asking, what are they doing with Paul Heyman?
All right.
Some of the channels
But
do.
I'm going to put.
Why Paul Heyman's promo was terrible.
Oh,
Five
no, don't
reasons.
put it on him. That's
What?
I'm going to
I don't know
put
what you're
in
talking about.
Paul Heyman's eyes. Because either he's had some really good makeup done, or he's just the best actor ever, is able to cry on command, and he's somehow made his eyes red. I know what you joked about in WTF moments.
When I first saw him on Raw this week, I thought that promo, I think it was One Night Stand, where he goes, I've just been in the back smoking a spliff with Van Damme.
Bonging up in the back.
It looked like he was off his tits.
Yeah, it did.
He could have been.
No, I wasn't high because nobody has smoked weed and got that unhappy. No.
He might be having problems at home, you never know.
Oh,
Jesus. What's wrong with this program? Top 5 things that are happening in Heyman's life.
Detective work, you know? Detective work.
Yeah, I watched it back and just
It was unbelievable performance.
incredible. But his eyes were the best part.
Yes. Red.
For me, they were really red. Straight away, he had the 5 o'clock shadow, slightly past 5 o'clock shadow, 11 o'clock shadow, And he spoke with sincerity, and I don't know. It was brilliant. And anyone who can cry on command. I was in here when you were filming with Joe Hendry for Straight to Hell, and
the bit that he wanted cut out and the world not to know about. Was it? I know.
No, that was Ric Flair. Oh God! He didn't say anything negative about Ric Flair. It's fine. Joe Hendry, as you saw in the episode, because it wasn't cut, can cry on command. And I tried it after Paul Heyman's promo to see if I could. And I thought the secret was open your eyes for a long, long period of time. And my eyes were open for about 2 minutes and nothing happened. Yeah, I'm not going to blink. I'm not going to blink for the rest. Oh, I just did.
So I'm right in the lights, like, I don't know why now I'm...
Okay, so...
Like the Clockwork Orange.
Keep talking, because I want to see if this works.
Yeah, okay.
Weather's nice today, isn't it?
It was, yes.
It's quite humid. You're right, you've started going, you.
Yeah,
I think I have.
I've got my contact lens in anyway, so it's always... This is going to be the picture that people take pictures of and put the Cultaholic Facebook page. With like...
Keep going. Tell what happened in Street Fighter 2, the movie.
Oh, this will make you cry. Right, Raul Julia's last ever role. And he only picked the role because he was dying of cancer because his kid said, Street Fighter the movie. Street Fighter movie. Yeah, he knew it was going to be good. His kid said, I love Street Fighter, you should pick that. And he gives this great speech. I love that you're crying as I talk about this. He gives this amazing speech where Chun-Li basically lets her get kidnapped by bisons. You get revenge. He talks about how, like...
By bisons?
Oh, I love you so much, Eugene.
M. Bison is a man in Street Fighter. I know that he wears a cape.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
not bisons.
I'm going to change this to yes, because you haven't seen it. Yeah, he goes, I am Lord of the Bisons, and some bisons take Chun-Li away. They're good bisons, and he feeds them some kelp. And then Chun-Li's like, no, you've kidnapped me. That's what I wanted, because your squadron of bison killed my my family, destroyed my village, and he's just making himself a cocktail as she's talking about this, and he goes, I'm sorry, I don't remember any of it. He's like, what? He goes, the day that bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Didn't listen to a word. Where can they vote?
Oh, you...
Patreon.com/Cultaholic.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown Recap.
Oh, it's the Raw and SmackDown recap.
So this show is just full partridge now.
No, it's time for the Raw and SmackDown Recap.
Raw recap. Now in China too.
Not much to talk about this week on Raw, I thought.
Absolutely not. More filler than a chicken mayo meal deal sandwich, I thought. Especially
Tesco.
They're all pretty, apart from Marks and Spencer's because they're the £5 ones.
Oh, Marks and Sparks, eh?
I've never had them because I went £5 for a meal deal.
Is it £5 for a meal deal in Marks and Spencer's?
Because it's not a meal deal, it's Marks and Spencer's. Yeah, right, let's go do it.
It's not a meal deal. It's a Marks and Spencer's meal deal. We'll lather ourselves up in sandwiches.
This is not that other YouTube channel. This is that YouTube channel. Paul Heyman addressed his business relationship with Universal Champion Brock Lesnar. Yes, and there was even some unaired stuff on the YouTube channel.
Why, though? Why was it unaired?
It's the best bit.
It was the best bit. That was the bit I thought I'd better watch SummerSlam.
Yeah,
that made you want to watch SummerSlam.
It absolutely was. If you haven't seen it, what happened?
Well, the camera's cut and Renee goes, "Thank you for joining me, Paul." And no, I'm talking complete bollocks, aren't I? Paul goes, "I don't fancy Roman Reigns. I've never seen Brock Lesnar like this. Reigns has got no chance unless," then gets up and walks off.
And she tries to question him, and
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the mic noise is brilliant. It's like that scene in The Office.
It was like he went to a funeral. I was like, "Thank you for your time." It's like, bent down. Fantastic performance from him, but I don't understand why you wouldn't include that bit unless they'll show it next week on Raw and try to drive more subscribers to YouTube, which I don't understand why when they've got that many anyway. It was very perplexing as to why it wasn't in the show for me.
Paul, we had to get that white hot Razor versus Titus O'Neil match in. So, so yeah, there wasn't much happening unless you really like 20-minute Baron Corbin matches. In which case,
did that go 20 minutes? You know what?
18 minutes and change.
I was on a coach back from Southampton, which took 10 hours on Monday. My flight was cancelled. I'd been at home, so I had to come back up, and so I fell asleep. It's like, it wasn't
the irony.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say no. Tell us more. What do you have for breakfast that morning as well?
So I I got home and I just slept, and I slept through Raw, and I watched the bits that you've picked out here, but I haven't actually seen. So there was Titus and Razor. Mojo was defeated by Bobby Roode.
Yeah, weird thing where Mojo Rawley's getting a push. It actually looks like they're doing all right with him because he comes up, beats people up, and then he challenged Bobby Roode last week because he was in the locker room and he went, "What are you gonna do? Catchphrase me to death?" Which I was like, "Hey, that's a good line." So Bobby Roode beat him.
You know what? I'm a bit. Roode is probably the most boring babyface on the planet.
He is a theme song away from getting sacked.
Yeah.
Without that, he's dead.
I just wouldn't care. I know his run in TNA was really good.
Oh yeah, I mean,
He's done
great,
nothing.
great in TNA.
It wasn't
Absolutely.
great though. No, I think he's
Oh no! In Impact, you mean? Or do you mean in WWE?
in TNA. I don't even think he was great there.
Oh, I'm strongly dis.
No, it's fair enough. It's fair enough. But I just don't
There's a button
think.
there. Sorry.
I mean, he came here, and the only reason that he's ever been over is his theme song. I think he's unstoppable.
When he first arrived in NXT, this whole executive stuff, and he's going to bring this, that, and the other in, and all that, looking down on folk. That was good stuff.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
And then,
But
the theme song came along, and people cheered him. Then it was just like, oh,
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people online say his run in NXT was bad, but I disagree because it was different to the rest of the card. Everyone else is having matches like, I mean, he was there. Sami Zayn, Finn Balor and stuff. Kevin Owens, and then there's him doing his kind of knockoff Triple H kind of.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say Harley Race, but
Name
you
a
know.
really great
and I was
match
like,
in
I don't mind
NXT,
that though
right?
because it was different to the rest of the matches on the card. So
it was different, but that doesn't mean it was good.
We were at
a good
TakeOver New Orleans, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
TakeOver
Yeah.
Orlando when he had Nakamura, and that just sucked the air out of the building that much.
you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
It really did.
me and our section loved it because, well, I say me and my friends.
But you're in
loved
that
it 'cause
section
were
just chatting for yourselves.
We were chatting for Rude. We go on, Rude. So I was like, Nakamura. I'm like, shut up. Say like it's a football event. So like, Bobby Rude. And then everyone's going, go on, Nakamura. When you get like a near fall, it's like, you only sing when he's winning. Oh. Yeah, you're right. Actually, if it wasn't for that, I'd probably launched you home. This is crap.
What part of the arena? You didn't even know any of us.
Entrance is there, left.
What? Super near. You had good seats.
Well, we could see the wrestlers. They
don't
could see
remember
us.
where we were.
We were right
The reason I'm
anyway,
annoyed is
dogs.
because Mojo, I just don't think is. Obviously, I really like Mojo Rawley, and it used to be an ironic thing. Now I think he's a great promo, and it just bothers me because I find Rude a lot more boring than Mojo. I get tagged in stuff all the time on Instagram and Twitter. It's just like anything Mojo Rawley related, and people make memes saying like he should be fired and all this stuff, and it's just like I don't know. I think he's become really good, and I think he's a really good heel.
It's again, I'm not saying about Rude. There being variety on a wrestling show. So Mojo Rawley never really particularly cared for, but when you're having these ungodly long stretched out matches that only seem to be stretched out because it's 3 hours long, but having Mojo Rawley come out and beat somebody up in 3 minutes, it's like, all right. So to see him lose is like, oh.
Yeah. He's a bit confused for me at the minute, Mojo. He's sort of like everything needs to just go to the slow, methodical, not Randy Orton slow, methodical, but like, when he talks really slowly and it feels real.
That's good, yeah.
He's good at that, but when he comes running out, it's like you're still a bit confused, aren't you, son?
I agree. I think
to get rid of all the hyper stuff and just focus on the.
Yep. Yeah, so his moveset doesn't quite match his character at the moment. And I don't know, I always thought he'd be a great heel doing the hype stuff because it pissed people off so much anyway. Everyone was just like, look at this absolute
Sami
knobbin.
Zayn's better than.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Sami Zayn's filled that role.
And the fact that they say Killer Instinct like twice every Mojo Rawley, like Killer Instinct. Now for Xbox. And what else happened on this show? I was going to talk
Braun
about.
tipped something over.
I couldn't figure out if that was done via.
I think he
some
did
sort
it
of
legit because
mechanism
they're
or
all
he did it
they're all
legit.
to the front of the stage, weren't they?
Yeah.
So there was no weight on the back, and it would have been. I think he could have done it. Aye.
We'll get Fraser to do it
Look
next
good,
week. That's in the show, bro. They're going again. Yeah, but it sucked for the guys on the thing that was gathered because I'm like hoping that bit there's like it's got a bit of carpet on it or whatever.
Yeah,
not carpet, but
thin carpet. Isn't
yeah, right. Because they just went, whoa, they felt like two eggs coming off a pan. It was.
He's waiting for something.
It's so creepy. It's doing my head in. I'm really sorry. I'm trying not to move, and every time I move, I don't know if they can hear it. It's one of the old
can hear
ones.
it now that you pointed it out. Yeah,
Crap.
With this lovely soundproof room.
Rousey killed Alicia Fox.
Yes, she
Main
did.
event, which
Because of that one video. Oh, I don't know what's happening with that. to be honest.
Hacks everywhere. Just in case you missed it, Alicia Fox had a confrontation with Ronda Rousey's husband in a hotel lobby. So we can read it in a little while.
Unconfirmed who won. Same. Swing and a miss. Sorry, guys. Join in next week for the conclusion of that thrilling joke.
I didn't hear what you said there.
It's a confrontation between her and her husband. No one knows who won yet. Oh, get out.
But the ratings...
Oh, great.
He's Maffew.
Maffew, Greg.
Apparently the ratings tumbled in the third hour, despite the fact that she was main eventing. So read into that what you will.
What, Alicia Fox? How dare you blame her? She's been on for 10 years.
But the YouTube views, I was looking today, and they even, I think, doubled Paul Heyman's fantastic interview. So it did like 4.2 million on YouTube.
You're saying Ronda Rousey got more hits than Paul Heyman? Yeah, okay.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know who's got the more
believe that.
clickable face, but apparently it's not a big red-eyed Paul Heyman.
Don't say Jude.
What?
You're despicable, Pacitti, you. Honestly.
What is
I heard
this?
people teenage boys have got posters of red-eyed Paul Heyman on their bedroom wall.
That's why it's crying. Everything else happened
I think that was it for Raw.
Ruby Riott returned.
Yeah, she did.
She's been gone for, 4 weeks?
A dog had surgery today. Good luck.
What?
Good luck, Ruby Riott's dog. It's not one of my... I don't know what
What's
breed
wrong with the dog?
I don't know. It was just
Funny legs, funny knees.
Yeah. It's got a
Pass
case
on the injury to a dog. She'll come here. Did the magic spell and
rubbed her on a knee, and then the dog was injured.
So this dog's coming with a torn ligament, and the vet's like, what?
Don't know what type of dog it is, but it's not one of my favourite breeds.
What? It's one of your favourites, but you don't know what it is.
No, it's not one of my favourites.
not one of your
breeds.
favourites.
Don't know what breed it is. It's not very
Bulldog.
nice. No.
Right, don't you?
Nah. Neither here nor there. Talk amongst yourselves.
Ruby Riott's dog.
SmackDown
It's big news.
SmackDown was fantastic. I think you said a few weeks ago that whatever SmackDown it was the best since the brand split. For me, this was the one.
Oh, it's on the up and up, isn't it?
Large.
So good. Everything just makes sense. Everyone has a story, which is not only a good story, but a really compelling story. Like, there's not a feud that I'm not invested in on SmackDown.
There's no wasted time,
Nope.
which is great.
2 hours, eh?
Yeah, right.
Look at that thing.
Oh, it's a what's one of those? It's got all the skin. It's a wrinkly skin dog with the. Where they
all I
can't
can see is one person on the
Look
screen. I
now,
can't see
look
any
now
dog.
before it changes.
Oh yeah, the wrinkly dog. Yeah.
Oh, what are they
There you go,
called?
surgery day. The dog's shaking itself down.
What are they called?
Look at that, of Shayna Baszler.
Wrinkly
Jesus
dog.
Christ, that's a potato.
What the hell?
Anyway,
Anyway,
what's
good
the wrinkly
luck,
dog called?
Good luck to Ruby Riott's dog.
There were no dogs on SmackDown.
No.
Daniel Bryan ambushed The Miz. The effing painting returned. I've got written down here. Wait, no, this wasn't the thing he went into, was it? He smashed
It was
him
there
with
in
a
the
glass?
background, yeah.
Oh,
Vase
right,
smashed
okay.
him with a vase, but the painting was there in the background again.
That was getting very Twin Peaks-esque. Like, do you remember the painting from episode 3? I love Miz.
Yeah.
Love everything about him. I love this feud. The fact that it's, starting in 2010, technically, and still going. You're like, wow, that's a happy coincidence.
Mm-hmm. At the beginning, I was a bit annoyed that they were using this really personal feud to plug the Miz and Mrs. But I realised afterwards, actually, that's just perfect for Miz's character. Of course he's more interested in that. Any other feud, it wouldn't really make sense.
Right.
And it would be cheap, and they would still do it. But with this, no, it makes perfect sense. The one bit I was a bit confused at is like, how did Daniel Bryan find the set of Miz and Mrs.?
It's in the same room where Heyman was.
Yeah, of
and
course.
Miz was
Right,
last
of
week.
course.
Brian saw Ross's tweet and went, hang on, that's where Paul Heyman, they just changed the lighting.
That was a bit confusing. But other than that, no, it was a...
Unrelated thing they'll release it on YouTube is when Daniel Bryan beat up Paul Heyman. It's like, oh, sorry, dude. Oh, turns out there's 2 paintings, lads. Sorry.
What else
Yeah,
happened?
and I love Miz sticking in character and saying there's no negative reviews on it on Rotten Tomatoes.
There's no
Because it's
reviews
not
at
on
all.
there.
Is it not? Oh, it's just
So
filmed, isn't it?
technically right.
Yeah,
Well
fair.
done, Miz. R-Truth. I'll let you take
What a
that.
segment this was.
It was a great line. It wasn't a great segment.
No, it was amazing.
Oh, yeah, you know,
when we've had how long of absolute drab horribleness from R-Truth, this one he finally pulled out the bag. Nakamura was there, having an interview. R-Truth comes in, I want a shot at United States Championship. Nakamura says, how are you going to do that? Truth says, I'm going to do what everyone else does around here. I'm going to pin Carmella. Dylan's just like, no, you can't do that. You got to deal with him. Well, whatever, pointing that way. Don't be so ridiculous. I'm not going to have a match with Renee who was stood in the middle. What a fantastic segment this was. And then Nakamura was spouting some Japanese in his face, and he was all like, oh hell no, he didn't say that.
And then he ate his ass. It was... you were doing something... I don't know.
I was doing more like a sassy, you know.
Oh, like a...
hell no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You didn't just say that.
We need some younger people in, don't we?
Need some blacker people on the show.
Whoa! Have you seen me?
Sorry, Iron and Wine, soy boy.
I am a soy boy. I'm not... Somebody shouted that at me from car window the other day. Bastards.
I'm glad that your dad recognises you, go. Yeah, so as we were saying about like Mojo Rawley, like short, sweet, does a thing, then leaves. There's nothing wrong with that. After we did this every week, he'd be like, all right, sort off. And in fact, he was on Raw doing it every week when he was the king and he had the plunger instead of the scepter, and it was like, great. Shows up, does one thing, leaves for a few months. Great. Nothing
He was
wrong
great
with
in the
that.
match as well, I thought.
Yeah, he was.
He's 46.
5 minutes of fire. Lovely calves as well.
Yeah.
And
Can do the splits.
Herbs.
I made a joke. I made a joke in the graded show where I looked him up on Wikipedia. He was actually 92 years old. He debuted as K-Quick in 1977 and all this stuff. And it wasn't a hilarious joke really, but I had like 10 comments. It's just like, R-Truth isn't 92 years old. You spellheads.
Oh, God.
They do take
sucks
things
when you say-
literally everything.
Right, yeah. There's nothing worse than you do a joke and go, I think you'll find that's incorrect. I was like, thank you very
It's
much.
like I did one this week. It was like when I used to be him back at Name Redacted, I would always wind people up by saying, Jar Jar Binks was the best character in Star Wars Episode 2, The Phantom Menace. And obviously people are going, no, Ross, it's Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
go, no, he was
Jar
the
Jar
best.
Binks was rubbish.
He was the best character in Star Wars Episode 2 Phantom Menace.
We need
and including that guy who had the sign.
That's what it was in reference to, yeah. 'Cause I was shocked and appalled. There was one guy who actually agreed with that opinion.
I love it. The people who have a really silly thing and they're on camera and you're just like, yes, 3 people are going to like this. That's all that matters.
Youth Hosteling with Chris Eubank. The best one.
Absolutely. And it was up there with We Demand Waluigi Amiibo. And they got it. By God. I think it was Dan Reichardt. Thank you, Don. What else? Bludgeon Brothers beat 3SK. Wow. Well done for searching their name. And apparently I've got a note here that says Corey Graves Pants Dune.
What?
It was a rib, wasn't it? The name 3SK, because Tom Phillips at the start of the match goes, the 3 adopted sons of Sterling Keenan.
Oh.
And of course, Corey Graves' independent name was Sterling
James Keenan. From a 1PW champion, yeah.
Wrestled Dragon Izu and Pac in a triple threat. Seen that match
and,
numerous times.
Ulf Herman, the German. That was his name. Sorry. Yeah, I know, but 1PW, yeah, whatever. I did not notice that,
Yeah, it says at the start of the match. And at the end, they referred to as 3 silly kids just to cover it up. But, you know, we all got it.
What was the one with...
Trip Bradshaw.
Yeah.
That was one. Unrelated to that Trip Armstrong thing. I'm not sure it was... Yeah, I'll say it. Scott Armstrong, the referee, direct messaged me saying, haha, that wasn't in reference to that. And one day I'll tell you. And I went, oh, thank you very much. And I'm like, Scott Armstrong follows me? What the hell? And then he stopped following me and didn't message me. So I think he mistook me for somebody else.
Who did he think you were?
I don't know, Joey Styles. I don't know. The kid from Road Trip. I don't know that. It could be anybody. And he was like, wait. Oh, sorry. You know. So that was nice. All respect for the Armstrong family. Not the ones that direct message me. The rest of them can go to hell. New Day defeated The Bar in a very good
match.
Balls Out bump fest that I'm sure was just the thing that Sheamus's neck needed.
He's had a bit of time off, in full fairness, so it's all right now.
Start killing himself again.
Yeah, right. Yeah, immediately,
Welcome back.
20-minute match, finals, awesome. Yeah, great match. Surprised New Day won, but I'm not
Same.
happy or out like that. So
I'm not surprised.
We
but
know
I
what's
was
coming, don't we,
disappointed.
brothers? Don't we, brothers?
Oh, no.
Oh no, God no!
It's not Lashley, it's New Day, you think?
I don't seriously think, but I can't not rule it out.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I hope they
really
do
wouldn't.
it, and the New Day look like Sasha Banks when a fan at the airport wants to take the photo, and she's just like, "Hi, Hulk. Loved you in Santa with muscles."
I love those pictures. I was looking at a gallery of them the other day of awkward fan interactions, and my favourite one is still the kid while Randy Orton is washing his hands and he's looking up like that. It's so good.
And the one with Randy Orton's with the woman with two acres of land. That's the right way of saying
she's got a big cleavage and he's looking down at her.
Yes, Pacitti.
I've never
Paid
heard
by numbers.
I've never heard the expression 2 big acres of land. I guess, yeah, it's obvious.
Yeah.
It's been a really long day. I'm struggling.
tell.
I'm like sat here sweating and just being...
She's only just realised that our troop's not 92. What else happened on SmackDown? Randy Orton is good.
Yeah, Randy Orton, great.
He's saying that we're going to change the channel. It's like, no, for once, I'm not going to change the channel because you're on, Randy. Have more faith in yourself, lad.
Yeah.
Your hair's looking like him at the minute. That's nice. It's a good look for
I'll
you.
take that as a compliment.
Well, he's got a lot of money.
Sexy. Me.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Oh, that little noise.
Sexy, me.
Sexy Ross. Sexy Ross. Sexy. NXT was good this week.
Twas Velveteen Dream went in a pool. Great thing, that. Just a great thing. You watch it. It was a bit different from the norm, though, wasn't it? It was nice.
Yeah. It looked like a...
On location shoot.
It looked like Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
I liked it. We're out of steam with this bit, aren't we?
205 Live was good too.
Yeah, 205 Live existed. Woohoo! Oh, they were dead this week, though. They were dead than Mustafa Ali taking that kick from Hideo Itami.
Oh, God.
I saw that one, yeah.
Folding up like an accordion.
These youngsters, don't slow down, do they?
And weirdly enough, Mustafa Ali, maybe the only cruiserweight in all of WWE to sell. Do you see it? Oh, she did. Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm feeling a bit woozy. I'm like, no one else does that. So hopefully this will be like, when Revival started doing their stuff on NXT and then everyone in the Raw division tag team started ripping off their stuff.
Yeah.
Like, Seth Rollins would be like, wow, I feel a bit woozy. And Ali's like, damn it. Damn it.
Got nothing for me to get called up, well, clearly.
It was like, people like 5-star selling, awesome. Where does he get these ideas from? Ali just throwing bottles in the back, hoping to hit Kalisto.
Let's have a rummage in our mail bags.
The mailbag. And again, as every week's first time watching this, we never see these before they get read.
Well, Ross does. He curates
Apart from
them.
Ross. Yeah, it's killer mood. You're an idiot.
I want to go to bed.
Vince from Sydney, Australia here. I won't try the accent because no offense if that is. If you could get one honest answer out of Vince McMahon about anything, what would it be and why?
Oh, that's a brilliant question, that.
Thought I'd start things with a bit more of a serious tone, this week. After last week was a bit too haywire.
What happened last week?
Everything.
Oh, God.
Were you talking about Dave Benson Phillips for half an hour by any chance?
Oh, if only. Oh, he made his debut at Riptide.
Yeah, did a
There we
Bronco,
go.
but well, sort of a Bronco.
Half an hour long Bronco buster.
Stepped either side very slowly. And it's...
Hey, man, he's had 30 years in the business, man. Give him a break, will you?
Well, I mean, I think he won the match, didn't he?
I assume so.
Yeah, because that's a shame that he didn't lose, and then next week he has to get his own back.
Yeah.
Whee.
I just thought of that.
What
would
are they
you ask
calling
Vince
them?
McMahon?
It's Gunge,
Clunge.
So the finisher saw...
Which means vagina. I'm going to be very
Vagina.
blatant
Right,
about
you-
everything now. That's my new thing.
So the finisher,
Tits, vagina.
Sasha Mock
Carry
does
on.
the old tombstone, but she puts the head in the tights.
Yeah.
The Wombstone, yeah. She's really clever.
Dave Benson filled it with gunge, her tights, and then...
Oh, is that what she did?
Apparently so. I've not seen it. I'd like to see it, though.
Riptide.
What do you mean? Oh,
like to see
my
it.
hero, wrestling. Good on you, Dave.
Vince from Sydney, Australia. What do we had? Vinnie Mac.
What would you ask?
Stephanie and Macho Man.
Oh, that's the perfect one, yeah.
Why did Macho Man leave the ring, and why wasn't he in the Hall of Fame for many years and all that malarkey?
I hate that Steph thing became like real to many people because Macho Man never talked about it.
But if you
That one damn
what was it
list.
if you respell her name? You
The
get
Macho Man penis. Stephanie McMahon spells out the macho. What more do you need?
What more do you
Matthew?
want?
hate you all.
Did you ever read that list of like
Yeah,
awful
but that's
wrestling
it.
rumors?
It's the greatest thing if you want to like BS something. You'd include a list of stuff, some of which has been confirmed to be true,
Yeah.
and then just fill out the rest of stuff. I don't think I can say any of them on this. We can say Daddy and Diddler, but I can't think I can say half the stuff that was on
There was a
there,
lot
but-
of people pissing on each
Oh,
other.
Lanny Poffo can self-fillet.
He can. He's confirmed that
Right,
himself.
yeah, I know, that's what I mean. Like, some of the
Right.
stuff on that has been confirmed as real. So one of them is, oh, by the way, the reason why Macho Man's blackballed because he F Stephanie. So we're like, hey, Lanny Poffo can do that, as he's admitted.
Who's the other one? Two Cold Scorpio's got a big old wang, hasn't he?
Yeah, but I mean,
Ric Flair's
Foley-
bends to the left.
Does it?
Yeah, I watched it in full. Missy Hyatt talking about wrestlers' cocks.
Oh yeah, on
yeah.
the hoe bag or whatever it's called, or
The whole kayfabe
with
commentary.
Sean. What's his name?
Oliver.
Sean Oliver. Yeah.
He's nice. I'm
Yeah, he's really
I'm sure he's
funny.
like that.
I
His
think
one
he's a good
appearance on the
host.
show has been in relation to Scorpio's cock. Vince McMahon.
What word? Yeah, yours is a really good one.
We'll ask him how big is Scorpio's dick.
Another one would be like if Bret Hart. What happened there in the locker room? Why didn't the cameras follow you in?
Well, we know, don't we? He punched him.
Or did he? Or did he fall over?
Oh no, they both admitted that. Though.
Have they? Oh, I missed that one.
Oh, you should read the amazing James Dixon book.
Titan
Screwed.
Screwed.
Yes.
Available now. Somewhere. Don't know where.
From some website, and I Google it.
I would ask him if... I don't know how, because I'd want to know more about it, if he's ever lied in court. Or what's the biggest lie you've told, Vince? Could be snooker related.
What was the last film you watched?
He's never watched a film. The Marine, I
He
assume.
hasn't got time.
there's a Godfather Part 2?
Do you see that photo of him in the gym this week with a little kid fist bumping? It's emotional,
massive.
that. Huge arms, Vince McMahon still. At the age
72?
of 72, yeah, 73.
Mental.
Two.
What would you ask him?
Wikipedia, he's yeah, probably the thing I just said. What's your favourite bit of Street Fighter the movie? No, actually, I think everything's been answered because I don't think I'd get a real answer.
No, he's got to tell the truth, right?
Otherwise, you pop a cap in his ass.
Pew, pew.
Shank him.
What was the plan if you went to prison in '94?
That's yeah.
People say Jerry Jarrett was going to take over, maybe
Yeah.
Bill Watts. I
How
think.
long would he have gone down for?
I don't know. Basically, it was screwed anyway because they went for him distributing.
Yeah.
They were guilty of doing steroids and everything else, but they threw Dr. Zhivago, I believe his name is. It's not real name. It's not real name. Don't correct me. Under the bus, but yeah, they try to get Vince McMahon as being the person distributing it, which he didn't. But everything else is like, oh yeah, roids. Everyone answer that question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, okay, good. Hello everyone, and Puppet Jack. Oh, great.
Where is he?
Yeah, where is he?
He's been signed.
Resigned?
You not heard? No, he's signed. He's been
signed
signed by
he's
WWE.
off to
Yeah.
NXT?
Yeah.
No!
Him and Riddle are going to do a tag team. Fiddle and Riddle.
I don't know what.
He's going to be like, I'm Matt Riddle, and be like, yeah, and they're like, it is my friend. And he's like,
Mr. Piddle, did you say? What's his name?
no, Piddle and Riddle.
Piddle
Tag
and
team.
Riddle.
Oh, wait, man. I've had to explain him, it sucks. My question is, if you had to choose any current diddler to eat your ass, oh God,
Oh,
you're right. You were right, Pacitti, you were right.
Jesus Christ. One question.
Who would you choose and why?
What? So Diddler, this has got to be a wrestling
A
heel.
to
A
eat your
heel
ass.
in wrestling to eat my ass.
It sucks if there's people who have like don't speak English, have learned it, and they're reading this going, right.
Who was it? It was Kevin Owens that learned English
yeah.
via Jim Ross, and that went. So it was some guy in Brazil. Well, I go, diddler? Diddler.
So his friends, all right, but diddler spreads. So he was like, when did this become a thing? One English guy in holidays like, oh, no.
It's in a restaurant.
Personally, I would choose Randy Orton because he would come out of nowhere, slivering while he delivers his RKO in my ring, so to speak. I love the subtlety of this. Keep up the great work, you bunch of diddlers. Expect from Jack. Expect from Jack. He's coming soon.
I'm
No
not
one gets stiff on a
proofreading these.
bus. That's just odd. I love Gangrel.
It's from Gangrel.
Who that is?
It's from Gangrel.
It's nice of Gangrel to
It's
send that in.
from Gangrel.
Yeah,
Gangrel
It
rules, man.
says right here in black and white, clear as crystal.
So basically, what we need to do is very quickly come up with a bit of wordplay or a pun relating to.
No,
a
this is
wrestler,
improv.
like he's
Mine
done.
would be Sean Waltman. Because he's got a really nice long tongue. Generally used to do the old
Yeah.
poses. Nice long tongue.
Yeah, and he used to say, your ass is the grass.
I'm
I'm going to
gonna
go down on it,
sing
you
this
diddler. It's just weird to say 98.
But you couldn't return the favour because his is all torn up.
I might get lost in there.
Puns.
Oh God.
Who would eat my ass?
I honestly don't know how to.
David Starr, because he's good at Twitter.
What is it? So you must be good at. Oh no, I can't swear.
This is your show, you know this. Like,
Yeah.
Are you all right?
I'm
Have you
exasperated.
slept in the last 72 hours?
No, I did. I slept for about 2 hours last night. This is fine. I am going to go for.
Who would eat your ass and why?
Yeah, this is just impossible.
You used to do Shag, Marry, Kill every week with Kenny McIntosh and give legitimate reasons without an issue. One time you come on this show and can't do this question.
I can.
Oh, there we go. Can I say Kenny Mac? Or is he,
Yeah.
is he not a diddler?
Depends who you ask, I guess.
What does that mean?
Some people like him, some people hate
Oh,
him.
okay, right.
nothing,
Oh, no.
nothing
No, you know what? Yeah, I don't need someone I know in real life to go, why you call me a diddler?
I would pick.
Ewan Simmons. Yeah, he's nice.
I would pick the Dragon Isu.
Why?
Oh,
What reason
no.
given?
I like his little beard. I think nobody even knows. Oh, God.
I hope he never sees this.
Yeah, so do I. So
All
do
these people
I.
messaging his resident. You don't be called a diddler by these guys. What?
He was a great heel.
Yeah, Dragon. Yeah, it's from hell.
Dragon Arsu.
From
Dragon-
hell.
So
Damnation.
Mojo, because no Dragon Isu.
Well, that's
Please, next
Kiss
question.
combine all those free tickets you get now. Do you call him a diddler? Of course, I'm
Next
talking about
question,
Dragon Isu.
Please.
Hello, diddly holes. And greetings from San Francisco. Oh, okay. Must be normal over there. I love hearing stories about Scott Hall wrestling while drunk off his ass or Jeff Hardy wrestling while tripping balls, and I wish that was more of a regular occurrence.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
even a
hilarious.
Yeah, substance abuse. My question is, who would you like to see handle themselves in the ring while drunk or high? Imagine seeing Braun Strowman on PCP. Ripping someone in half. Or crazy entertaining Bray Wyatt would be tripping on LSD. Or how impressive Roman Reigns would be in the ring after taking Viagra so we can see how big his dog really is. What happened to this show, don't you think? Question mark. Cheers and keep up the fantastic / classy content. I'm honoured to have joined you. Go away.
So this raises an interesting point for me. Because I'm part of the school that very much believes there should be a dirty Olympics, whereas, we see how far the human body can really go with performance-enhancing drugs and all that malarkey. So I believe this is an important point. Should there be a version of wrestling at a very elite level where anybody who takes anything can just go in there and rip each other apart? I think there should be.
I've heard that argument before. It's like, yeah, the roided Olympics.
Yeah, just see how far the human body can really be pushed.
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating me. Fascinating.
You're taking this so seriously.
I love it. We just had this question about diddler and holes and big dogs. You're like, I think there should be legitimate contests.
I think it's interesing, me. Do you think there should
You know
be
they did that a few years ago.
So
They called it,
dangerous.
they did that a few years ago. Called it Pride. Whatever.
It's dangerous, but the people are willing to do it. That's the point. You go to these extreme. Lance Armstrong went to these extreme lengths to win all these medals and whatnot, and Tour de France's and
but they're okay. I would choose New Jack on. I'd like to see him on a load of downers, just to see if he's actually just like a nice bloke and can do some chain wrestling and that. Like he's got to slow things down because he can't whack people about with mallets or whatever. Mallets. So yeah,
little birds go on the guy's head.
Was it WCW on Channel 5?
Kablam! Oh, awesome.
So yeah, I'm gonna feed New Jack lots of ketamine and watch him stumble about and try and chain wrestle, and I'll put him in a match with Zack Sabre Jr., who would probably carry things.
Well, New Jack had that match with Bam Bam Bigelow in '98 on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
He was WrestlePalooza, and he basically got cut short and he just fell off a ledge basically, and then Bam Bam Bigelow had to pick him up and drag him in the ring. And he said like it was all over the newsletters that he'd like injured himself doing off the dive, and he goes, "No, I did so much cocaine. My heart rate was at 120. I could not do anything." So he did the move to Bigelow, and then Bigelow had to say, "Do you want to take it home?" So, yeah. So Bigelow had to pick him up and take him to the ring and then pin him because he literally couldn't do anything. He claimed he was injured. I got hurt. So
I would give Osprey 3 cowies just to see how quick he could go.
What's a cowie again?
Ecstasy tablet.
Ecstasy, okay.
the Sandman. I'm just saying, man. I mean, well,
Some cough syrup.
purple drank. Aye. No, I'm trying to think. Biggie on cocaine.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
Or
Just sweats so much at the first row after one of those big coaches you see at SeaWorld. Oh,
Poncho.
a poncho,
One
yeah.
of those big coats, exclusive
Yeah,
to see.
sign that says you will get wet. Big E's coming. They're like, all right, put it on. Hey, lads, please help me. Oh, if it's anything like the last question now, we cannot. I have a big problem. My wife has recently came to me threatening to leave me if I don't stop wasting the family budget on junk. What she calls junk happened to be my prized collection of Roman Reigns merchandise. I have all kinds of Reigns goodies, such as action figures, t-shirts, and of course Roman Reigns vests. I also have tons of other, more obscure big dog merchandise, like the official Roman Reigns socks and Roman Reigns dog collar, which I use to walk my dog, Roman. My budget is as follows: $40 for food, $250 for rent, and of course $1,600 for Roman Reigns. Merchandise, I assume he means. What should I cut out of my budget? Thanks, John from USA. Well, one thing you definitely shouldn't cut off your budget is your Patreon subscription to Cultaholic.
I'd say cut off food so you can't email us anymore.
Yeah, there we go. Anything funny to add to this very amusing question?
No.
Yeah?
Food.
You chose this.
Yeah, I know.
It's great, that. Well, at least they didn't say diddler. Shut up. Sorry, I've got it set on alarms only and it still says stuff. Anyway.
Matthew, what would you recommend he cuts?
I recommend that he cuts his question out of this session and doesn't bring the show down. Question 5. Hello, Maffew, Ross, and the twat in the hat.
Hello.
I like that, by the way. Just Maffew gets a capital letter, everyone else doesn't. Thank you, pal. I have been a fan of you guys since Name Redacted and frequently used to tune in to the EX Stream live stream with Sam and Ross. Am I getting that right? Is it just X Stream or?
Extreme, yeah.
All right. So
Hello,
looks like,
Sydney.
looks like Street Fighter EX or whatever.
Used to watch.
Extreme. They used to watch
ECW.
ECW and hardcore stuff. And
Oh, so
react
actually-
to it.
Japanese death match.
What, you'd stream?
Wouldn't show it. It would just be
Yeah,
us
watch
going,
along.
ooh, I don't
Oh, it was
want
reaction videos. And oh, okay. It was a pleasure to talk to you guys on a regular basis and watch ECW at the same time. You lied. My question for you all is, what is your controversial wrestling opinion? Here you go. Something you think or believe that the vast majority of the others will scoff at. Although you haven't asked and probably don't care, you're right. Mine is that I prefer the Attitude Era design of the Intercontinental Championship as opposed to the current classic version. Oh, don't push the battle too much there. Check you later, Sean Burrow. Thank you very much, Sean, for the couple letter and me taking the mick out of you. Controversial wrestling opinion that you
I
think...
have, well, one for the current day is that Carmella and Baron Corbin are good.
Well,
I think
Baron
Corbin's
is now.
good.
Absolutely. NXT,
People
Baron
still
was
think
awesome.
people worldwide think he's atrocious. Though, don't they?
I think Carmella's a really good character.
I think Carmella is very entertaining. She shouldn't be a good wrestler in that role. And
Yeah.
she's not been, so good on her.
Those two as characters, absolutely.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the ring, no, Carmella's not good.
Reading
but she
what
doesn't have to
poor
be.
Carmella goes through on social media, she calls a few people out, and it's horrible. She's good.
Somebody tagged me in some messenger and goes, "Hey Carmella, how's it feel to be in Botchamania?" I'm like, "Shut up, Jack Swagger." And I was just like, and I went, "Oh, all right, mate. Like, don't." Yeah, I went, and she was like, "Yeah, feels great." And I went, "Carmella's great at her job. I like her promos." So I thought I'd balance the scales, but it's like, yeah, you're right.
I think it's one of those things. She's been booked wrong, isn't it? She's picked up strong wins over people that she shouldn't be beating through any other means.
I think if
other
it
than
happened
cheating
to
and
anybody else other than Asuka would have been all right, but it's just. Is that your phone?
Oh, it's me.
Yeah. Anyway, Tusk. Yeah, if it would have been the Asuka, if it had been anybody else other than Asuka, it would have made sense. But after Asuka had the undefeated thing and all that, it was like, oh, really?
yeah, I don't think she should have beaten Charlotte either in the way that she did after.
What a crap match.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, you're right though. But she's trying to do the Charlotte match, which you can't do. So instead of doing a honky tonk man didn't go 20 minutes with people, then BS a way out. He went, and then skedaddled. So,
Yeah.
controversial wrestling opinion, Pacitti.
I'm going to go. I think this is one that I probably mentioned before, but I don't think Seth Rollins is a good character. And we said that before. I remember cutting a video that you three discussed who was your favourite member of The Shield, and I'm very much with you in that mine is Dean Ambrose because I think he has the best character, not counting Wacky Dean, but like he did have a good character. And I've always, Seth is by far the best member of The Shield as far as in-ring action goes. He's the best wrestler. But I've just never been that sort of... I've never enjoyed his characters. Even heel Ambrose with a... didn't really do anything for me. Thank you. So yeah, no, mine is that Seth isn't all that. but he is very good in the ring.
That
you
is
disagree?
very controversial.
Yeah.
So I get stick for saying it. I think some of the comments when I used to look at them on for this would be like, I can't believe Maffew's like Seth Rollins.
No, it's not. I don't like
he
him.
looks like somebody who doesn't understand Seth Rollins.
I'm always entertained by his matches, but I've never been invested in a storyline way that heavily.
That's a bad guy. I liked him. Right now, I'm happy for him, but it is weird that he's possibly the number one good guy. By the fact that, judging by the amount of cheers he gets, Reigns is supposed to be whatever, he gets boos. So by that, he is the default guy, but the crowd have decided that he's going to be the good guy. His character is non-existent.
He hasn't got a character.
Right.
No, exactly.
He's a good wrestler.
So there's no motivation for me to get hyped about Ziggler apart from star ratings. I'm like, I'm sorry.
That's it. Him and
I'm
Dolph are perfect together because they're the same. Neither of them have a character.
Yeah.
Which is
Dolph's just going through a midlife crisis.
Yeah, it's true.
80s, yeah!
No, I don't know. They put the best match on numerous times at pay-per-views, but only from in-ring technical.
I mean, the Elias match I liked. I'll say that, the Elias Rollins match. But again, because it was a mini feud there. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. Controversial wrestling. But I've said Bobby Lashley was great in TNA. Mm-hmm. He's kind of getting there. Oh, yeah, that Elias feud. I've said Bobby Roode was awesome. Bully Ray. I'm trying to think of the things I've said that people have gone.
Bully Ray?
Bully Ray in TNA. Sweet.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
I think it's pro TNA things in general. People, again, just from me tweeting about it and hear people go, ha ha, TNA. I'm like, no, this is actually good. Controversial. I mean, I've said Bret Hart's better than Shawn Michaels so many times.
Have you?
I've not been again, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, firmly believe it. Just because it winds people up. I actually stopped caring a while ago, but I'm going to say it because I can't think of anything else.
I prefer Bret to Michaels just because I grew up with him, probably. But then I speak to, it might be you, in fact, that you don't see it because maybe because you didn't.
Boring.
Yeah.
I appreciate the good wrestling, but I think from the 97 heel whiny Bret, which is obviously very close to real life Bret, as we've all learned over the years. That stuff was great, but other than that,
no, he was a hero. He was the more realistic Hogan. Hogan was ridiculous and over the top, and I liked him when I was 4. And then Bret was
when it
actually who I wanted
Bret.
to be. I never wanted to be Hogan. I wanted to be Bret because he was a family man, and he was good, but without it being unrealistic.
That's it, Pacitti. Yes, keep on going.
And I wanted his glasses loads.
Yeah,
and then I got some at a car boot.
That's exactly. Why? No, don't say that.
What did your dad buy at SummerSlam 1992?
Program. Brought me a program back, and I think I had a foam finger.
Wow.
No, you know what? I might have had a pair of Bret Hart sunglasses from that pay-per-view as well. I found them. They were the ones with the black outlines. You remember that it was pink there, and then it was black. I had a pair of those.
I've done 2 videos recently, and that's cropped up. Old Nick Pack.
Nick Pack.
And I couldn't remember what he bought you. But now
Nick Pack is my dad. His name's Nigel. His username, his screen name was Nigpack. He thought it was Nigpack. It was Nigpac. He's not a racist. I'm not a racist.
You've said that several times on the show. That's not a good look.
That's going to be the big question.
This is going to be the Father Ted presentation. Not racist, not racist. Think of other stuff. I still love CM Punk. I don't think he's a whining get or complaining. But this is basically all the Twitter mentions I get. Yeah, I think CM Punk.
Yeah, we get that when we publish an article. Oh, you're loving up CM Punk again. He was bloody good.
Yeah.
I think
there's nobody who matches him today, is there really?
Right. I firmly believe he had every right to leave a company if you don't wish to. It's not locked in a chain overnight.
Amen, sister.
All right, yeah. Always judge the crowd before you say something. So yeah, I'm trying to get anything else controversial, but I think everything I say gets some guy going, no. Well, it's the big question.
We should record you doing that properly, so having an intro for this segment. We don't have one.
We don't have one, yeah.
Do we not?
Yeah, the guy that did the other one.
Just
this was on a part of the original thing, because originally it was what was it? Would you rather? Something scrapped it because it was rubbish.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we learn from our mistakes and change and become more positive.
We evolve with our audience. Eating ass. Lit.
We evolve. We do not.
Choke me, daddy. Choke me.
Jesus Christ. So the question...
Should be like that list of glossary terms to understand before you join the show. The big question is, with SummerSlam coming up, what are your favourite, or what do you think is the best SummerSlam matches of all times?
Easy one for me.
Go on.
SummerSlam 92, Bret and Bulldog. Was that yours? Have I just stolen yours by any chance?
No.
You know what? And I wasn't even there live. My dad, as we just talked about, my dad brought me back to the stuff because because I was too young to go at the time. But there's something about it which just holds such sentimental value.
Is it the fact that Bulldog was off his tits and couldn't
Yeah,
remember the
yeah,
match?
he couldn't do it. Yeah. Brett, I'm effed. I watch it back and I can watch it back again and again and again. And it's slower than I remember it being as a kid. But I don't know, it just meant so much to me. And back then I was like, especially, I don't know, I think I was probably quite patriotic and, I was so proud of this Englishman to win the Intercontinental title. And yeah, it's certainly a sentimental, nostalgic thing for me to love. And it is a great match. I love the finish. I love it because they're both absolutely plum-tuckered. And then the sunset flip and Bulldog, because of his intelligence, just thinks, okay, sit down on him, and that's it. And because Brett's so knackered and Bulldog's on top of him, I can't kick out. I love the storytelling in that match. Yeah. TLC's good as well, isn't it?
Man fall off ladder, yeah. Yes, well said.
Thanks.
It was one of the first things I saw in wrestling as a kid was SummerSlam 92. It was one of the ones where the friend taped it off the telly.
Yeah.
So it was like some episodes of Coronation Street, then the last 3 matches. And so I remember like not caring about Brett versus Bulldog as a kid because I'm like grappling, like whatever, I don't care. But I was really into Kamala versus Undertaker because so the dead guy who's arriving via hearse with his guy who controls him because he's a pallbearer with the power of the urn is going to wrestle this huge Ugandan tribesman with the mask from Crash Bandicoot while this guy's trying to like make sure he doesn't eat any kids on the way to the ring. I'm like, this is it. Screw Bret Hart. Screw Bulldog. Don't cut that out of context, please. I was like really into it, especially because Bobby Heenan's line, which I still remember, he goes, Kamala says when he's done with Undertaker, he's going to put him in a pot and eat him. And I thought it was like, oh, please, God, come on, please. I want to see that so much. Please eat him. Please, live on pay-per-view, he's going to eat, like, stir him up. Like,
all I can think about there, because Undertaker had a great entrance at SummerSlam 92, and then my mind goes to Legion of Doom coming out on the motorbikes with Rocco, the dummy, on the front. I remember seeing that for the first time, being, why is there a dummy on a motor? I just thought it was the funniest, best thing I'd ever seen.
He's a puppet, actually.
He's a dummy.
Everything's better with puppets.
Yeah, again, everybody. Yeah, thank you. And Hulk was so effed up that he got off the wrong side of his bike, burnt his leg, and had to wrestle. It's an awful match. Yes, that's my SummerSlam 92 thing. What about you?
I'm going to 2005. The main event of the evening: Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan.
Oh, wow.
I watched it again this week for a list that I've just been cutting.
Same.
It's great.
It's amazing. So the story was, I think, Shawn was told initially they were going to have a 3-match series. Hulk would win the first one, Shawn win the second one, Hulk would win the third one. Hulk then, what was it?
He said he was injured, he could only do 1 match.
Yes, and then...
that wasn't his excuse for Randy Orton versus... Or maybe just the same excuse again.
Maybe, I think it was that it was definitely that he could only do 1 match. But the fact that
Shawn knew he was losing this match no matter what was going on, so he thought, bloody hell, F you, Hogan, let's take the piss out of you. And he did loads of flips to nullify all of Hogan's offense. It was fantastic,
amazing,
compelling viewing.
I mean, you could literally score it with...
There was an amazing little... Because initially, obviously, Shawn didn't want to turn heel, but Hogan insisted he had to for the feud. So he had to. And he went to Montreal.
Who's your daddy, Montreal?
Who's your daddy, Montreal? And he had that match, and it was like the best little heel run ever. It was amazing.
If Bret Hart got it... Oh, so good.
Amazing.
Brother.
The best thing about it is that Hogan is still the one who came out looking like a dick. Like, you could argue that Shawn was unprofessional. I personally think it's really funny because it's Hogan, but Hogan is still the one you think, oh, Hogan was such a dick in that match.
It's almost the Miz versus Bryan feud, isn't it? Like, the ability and talent of Bryan being Shawn Michaels and I won and I wrestle soft Hogan. It's like the two things at odds because Hogan's like, oh yeah, you really made me look bad. Do you want to compare paychecks? Yeah.
So what's your favourite SummerSlam match? Are you going with Kamala?
No, I just want to bring up that. It's a childhood memory. Oh, famous SummerSlam match. Oh. I tell you, because it's brought us to the era we're currently in, which is, basically leeching off that memory. But Brock versus Cena.
Oh, the probably my favourite squash match ever. I loved it. I just couldn't believe what was happening when I watched it. Yeah. It was, so I guess a similar thing with Brock and Goldberg in the opposite way. But no, it was just, you kept thinking that Cena was going to get a flurry of offense in and just do the Cena comeback. It never happened.
Like their Extreme Rules match, yeah. It's like,
nah, never happened. It was brilliant.
Kept on happening. You're like, rubbing your eyes like a cartoon, and it just kept on going.
16
and
Germans.
going.
And he's still doing it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Four years later.
So they've remade it, more times than. Go on, Maffew, don't ruin it.
Street Fighter the movie.
Street Fighter the movie. Well done, Pacitti. Yes. I love the
the chemist.
magnetism.
Yeah, no, it's an unbelievable match, and just I remember that there's this one picture that sticks out in my mind, one camera shot, which is Lesnar like in the corner just laughing at Cena as Cena's struggling to get up. And it's
That's
just a
it.
beautiful, poignant image.
It gives him was it that match he gave him like, oh no, oh my god, yeah, oh nowhere, and then Lesnar gets up, starts doing the dance. I mean, wow,
Fantastic match.
I love it when the bad guy wins. What's some SummerSlam matches? I'm trying to think.
Triple H, Shawn Michaels, 2002.
Come back.
The old unsanctioned thing.
Oh yeah.
Eugene versus Kurt Angle.
Oh my!
I tell you
God.
what, Eugene went in that one. Like when at the clappers, the gimmick was gone for the bell-to-bell bit. He was wrestling like a real wrestler.
He's a great wrestler. He's a journeyman.
I wasn't
Eugene.
taking the piss either. I'm being serious.
No, really. Yeah.
One that springs to mind that I also watched this week for a list is Brett versus Taker, which was fantastic. Just the finish, especially
and
like the whole
yes.
time, Brett's working the leg of the Undertaker, and Vince McMahon does a really good call where he says, "You're not 6'8" when you can't stand when you're on the mat. You're not 6'8." And I just thought, yeah,
Vince McMahon said that.
Yeah.
That's great.
it's good. I don't know who scripted it for him, but it was a great match. Brett was vicious. I love the turnbuckle spot where he's doing the figure four around the turnbuckle. Love it when Brett did that. There was a really great moment when I think for the first time ever, out of sheer power, the Undertaker was able to escape the sharpshooter, and he just forces him out of the ring. That was a brilliant moment. And then the finish was so well executed, like perfect, with Brett spitting at Shawn. Brett is a hell of a spitter. He can always hock a loogie, can Brett?
The one he gave Vince is insane.
Right? I couldn't do that. I'd have been knackered after like 20 minutes of wrestling. It would have just gone everywhere, spitting feathers.
And he knocked him out.
Hell of a spitter. That's
I
his
always
best
think that
attribute.
professional athletes must get trained to spit. Because
Footballers, yeah.
footballers are the same. Perfectly formed, lovely, creamy and white. Spit.
right.
Creamy.
Yeah, but when I spit, it's like see-through, horrible, bubbly bollocks. Not like a proper consistency. I think they must get trained to professional athletes.
Yes.
Spitting.
His dad taught him out.
Don't spit though, kids. It's a dirty habit. Don't smoke either.
Just eat
I don't smoke.
And then he gets the steel chair. Michaels goes to hit Brett, hits the Undertaker. Brett pins him, and Michaels has to count it, and it's brilliant.
So angry, but he counts it though. Doesn't refuse to count it like nowadays.
Calling
Like,
it down the
I
middle.
have to. It's so good.
Yeah.
And also last year's Brock versus Braun versus Joe versus
versus
Roman.
Roman.
Daddy Mania.
Vic Daddy
Christ.
Mania.
Oh,
It was a mile a
succulent
minute.
pieces of daddy.
Slobber knocker.
Yep. Some
Woof.
great spot with Braun. Like, was it one of the first times that he like pushed something massive over?
The announce table on Brock.
Yeah. After power slamming him through another one, Brock gets carted off, comes back in. The spear through the side with the coquine. Oh God! I'm so excited.
I'm sorry, podcast users.
Yeah, sorry I hit my microphone there. The coquina clutch and then the spear through the barricade. What else happened? Finishes everywhere.
Oh, it was
Brock
just
coming back. Yeah,
sweet.
just brilliant.
I remember anything else about last year's SummerSlam apart from that.
Baron Corbin versus John Cena in the opener, I think.
Oh Christ!
That's the only thing I remember.
Oh my God! Remember that? That feels like 5 years
Yeah.
ago.
Why did that happen?
What the hell?
He cost him Money in the Bank, didn't he?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, because he was going to get a push, and then he was like, "Hey,
F you!
Yeah, concussions
Army
are
man."
real. What do you know?"
Let's laugh at the army man. You're not a wrestler like me or something along those
Well
lines.
done, Corbin. Love you. So SummerSlam, usually good.
Yeah, it's
And
more
that's
about
like-
the moments in it than the matches. That's what I've found recently.
That's
Looking back,
SummerSlam 2010.
historically.
That was naff.
Daniel
SummerSlam
Bryan came
2010.
back that one. Didn't he?
That was the only highlight.
Oh, was that Team
And
WWE
Bret-
versus Team Nexus?
yeah, with Bret Hart.
Ridiculous finish. Utterly ridiculous.
Was it someone who won the podcast? Was it? I think it was Wade Barrett, maybe, who said Cena afterwards said, "Yeah, you guys probably should have got the win."
No, that was Cena. Cena said that it was the wrong call.
It was actually Cena who said it.
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
okay.
Barrett was inside the ropes and said that week leading up, he thought he was going to win, or being told he's going to win. And he turned up on the day, and they called in to Vince's office and said, "Nah, you're losing."
See, it's grim thinking about.
I think.
Yeah, it's true.
I think so, yeah.
That had the Nexus, who was supposed to be the new dudes taking over and all this. They're all gone, bar Heath Slater.
Heath Slater.
Heath
That's
Slater,
the only
yeah.
one on the active.
But on the other side, Kane's still here, kicking and screaming.
Brian,
Miz is still there.
R-Truth is
R-Truth
still there.
is still there.
Morrison's gone.
Yeah.
Brett's gone. But
Yeah.
and Cena's there. So there's only 2 of them, I think.
Right.
Isn't
So-
that mental?
Yeah. The new guys have all gone, but the people that
I thought Michael
The old
Tarver was
guy.
going to be huge.
He's a rapper now.
Is he?
Or he's got one rap song at least. It's on YouTube.
Check it out.
wow, a lot of competition for XW wrestlers and rappers there.
Nice.
It's your Hall of Fame pick for next week.
Consensual penis.
Adam Pacitti.
At Rotterdam Wrestling.
That's a pretty Twitter name. At Maffew Greg. Gonna be at All In Starcast.
Is that next week?
Media cut. No, don't. Don't. God, my heart. No.
Good luck.
I'm gonna die.
We're all going to die.
I'm going to be watching it.
Oh
from
yeah,
there.
thank God. Yeah, you're right. Now I'm on beat again.
I've got the pass. I'm going to watch all of them via Fight TV.
I'm going to say, all right, let's just set the audience. Diddler. And see what happens.
I hope you slip one out. And say
Go on and see what Tony Schiavone says.
Oh. So, Matthew, what are I'll tell him, like, you go straight to hell, Matthew. Straight to hell.
Thanks for tuning in.
Speaking of straight to hell, you should follow the Cultaholic YouTube channel if you're not already following it.
That's because there's a show called Straight to Hell, not because it's hell.
Yes. If you love the
Where are we
sheer raw animal magnetism that we have every week, don't worry, this show isn't ending anytime soon. Ha ha ha.
Ever.
So thank you very much, guys.
Where'd that come from?
Please, I'm sorry, I'm actually really hungry now, so I'm just chitting.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your... Can we go?
You said the actual thing.
Oh, yeah. See ya.